If I were a doctor 60 years ago and I saw liver enzymes that were through the roof, I'd have to assume that you're an alcoholic. That was just the reality back then. Back then, there just weren't many things that could make the liver that toxic, that inflamed, and that sick. Sure, once in a while you'd see someone who'd been exposed to industrial chemicals, or someone working in a shipyard with asbestos, or maybe even someone on a farm handling toxic pesticides without any protection. But those were the exceptions. For the average person, high liver enzymes almost always meant alcohol abuse. And here's how it used to work. If your liver was that inflamed and that toxic and that overworked, it usually meant you were drinking yourself into liver disease. Now, fast forward to today, I can't make that assumption anymore. Not even close. Today, I see liver enzymes just as bad, sometimes even worse. And the patient says, I don't drink, not even a drop. And I believe them. And you know what? They're telling the truth. I've seen thousands of cases like this. People who are stone cold sober, but their liver looks like it's been downing vodka for breakfast for 20 years. Now, what does that tell us? What's changed? Our food. Our food has become that toxic, that processed, that void of nutrition. We're now living in a time where the standard American diet is doing the same kind of damage to the liver as a full-blown alcoholic would have done decades ago. Let that sink in. You can destroy your liver simply by shopping at a regular grocery store, eating food from drive-thrus, grabbing frozen dinners, snacking on crackers and protein bars. Foods that are legally sold and widely accepted, but you can wreck your liver just as bad as an alcoholic ever could. Why? Because our food supply has become chemically aggressive. We're not just talking about sugar and seed oils anymore, although those are bad enough. Let me say that again, because I don't want this to be glossed over. The very food we're eating today is trashing the liver like hard liquor used to. Now that should blow your mind, because this isn't just a medical observation, it's a wake-up call. We're talking about pesticides and insecticides sprayed on fruits, vegetables, some of which are classified as human carcinogens. And then we have glyphosates, you know, the weed killer that's banned in other countries, but still saturates our grain supply today. Then there's bovine growth hormone and antibiotics injected into livestock that ends up into your milk, your cheese, and your meats. We have preservatives and emulsifiers that your liver doesn't even recognize as food. And then there's synthetic sweeteners that creates inflammation, it stresses the liver, it confuses your metabolic signals. Now, here's where it gets really personal, because it interferes with the healing in a big way. Let's say someone comes to me and says, Doc, I've got fatigue and my hormones are out of balance. I'm inflamed and I'm not bouncing back from injuries the way I used to. So we start digging and surprise, surprise, it's the liver. The liver is sluggish, it's congested and toxic. So we begin a healing protocol with castor oil packs, we have binders, coffee enemas, herbs like milk thistle, dandelion root, and any liver supporting amino acids. We're doing everything right. But then I ask them about their diet, and they're still eating pesticide-laced produce, non-organic meats from hormone-injected animals, ultra-processed protein bars with artificial everything. Now, maybe they start their day with eggs, but they're from a factory farmed chicken, pumped full of grains, soy, and antibiotics. So what happens? The liver gets a little better, and then it gets worse again. Why? Because you're trying to rebuild a house while someone is still tossing grenades into it. You cannot detox while you're being re-exposed to the same toxins that wrecked you in the first place. That's the part that most people miss. This is why your liver isn't healing, while you still feel inflamed, foggy, fatigued, or hormonally off. The liver is doing its job the best it can, but it's up against a daily avalanche of synthetic chemicals, food-like substances, and residues that were never meant to enter the human body. And the tragedy is, most of this is preventable. Now let's talk about organic food. Because I know people, when they hear the word organic, they often think, oh, that's just marketing. It's trendy, it's overpriced. Well, let me be clear, organic's not perfect, but it's the best starting point we have. When you buy organic vegetables, you're drastically reducing the exposure to pesticides and herbicides. When you choose organic meats and dairy, you're avoiding the hormones, the antibiotics, and the chemical feed. And when you eat organic pasture-raised eggs, these yolks are nutrient gold. They're rich in choline, B vitamins, and omega-3s, the real building blocks for liver repair. But when you eat conventional eggs from hens crammed into cages, fed GMO corn and soy, and dosed with medications just to survive, those eggs may look the same on the outside, but they're not the same food. This matters. Every bite either helps the liver heal or makes it work harder. So remember, one small shift can spark everything. And there's more on the way. Subscribe so you can catch every one. One story at a time, one truth at a time, until the big picture finally makes sense and you get the answers you've been searching for. Because behind every small shift is a much bigger story, one that's playing out in more lives than we realize. And if we don't stop and really grasp this, we will keep seeing more people with mystery fatigue, more people with hormonal chaos, more children with early onset liver problems, more chronic illness in people who don't drink, don't smoke, and do everything seemingly right. So no, I can't assume high liver enzymes mean that you're an alcoholic anymore. Today, it often means that you're just eating like a normal American, and that should scare all of us. Thanks for watching. And I hope this video gave you something valuable to take away. Your next step is just one click away. Check out our next video right here. And if you want to join this community and see more content like this, hit subscribe and give it a like. I truly appreciate the support.